Lamelo Ball is coming back from injury soon. Let's get into this. Before getting injured, Lamelo Ball was having such an amazing rookie season for himself. Lamelo was averaging 16 points per game and 6.1 assists per game. In Lamelo Ball's rookie season, everything was going right for him. He was playing extremely well, and also his team, the Charlotte Hornets, was also winning a ton. The Charlotte Hornets look to have a really good nucleus going forward with guys like Miles Bridges, Terry Rozier, Lamelo Ball obviously, PJ Washington, Gordon Hayward that they just brought in, all really good players, and all, besides Gordon Hayward, all really young guys that could be way better going forward. When you watch the Charlotte Hornets before Lamelo Ball got injured, they were such an incredibly fun team to watch with a fast-paced offense led by Lamelo Ball chucking those full-court passes down to wide-open guys for easy buckets. But just as everything was going really well for Lamelo Ball, he was having a great rookie season. He ended up, as we all know, breaking his wrist, and he needed surgery on it, and he was out for quite a while. But it looks like the time is finally here where Lamelo Ball could potentially come back. He should come back within a few games now, and he's already started to work out with the team, which is really exciting news. Even with Lamelo Ball out, and also Gordon Hayward was out for a little bit as well, the Charlotte Hornets are currently in the 8th seed in the East, which is pretty good with a record of 29-30, which just shows how good their young nucleus is, even when Lamelo Ball and Gordon Hayward were out with injuries. But now the real question is, with only 12 games left in the NBA season and Lamelo Ball coming back any game now, what are the chances that the Charlotte Hornets make the playoffs this season? Well, before we talk about that, we need to talk about the new playoff format for the NBA that they just proposed this season, and that is the 7th, 8th, 9th, and 10th seed all have to play in a play-in game now, and it's 7 versus 8, and whoever wins that advances, and whoever loses that has to play 9 or 10, whoever wins that game. And then let's say the 8th seed loses against the 7th seed, and the 9th seed beats the 10th seed, then it would be the 8th seed versus the 9th seed, and whoever wins that game gets the 8th seed. It's a little confusing, but that's how it is this season. Now, with that being said, the Charlotte Hornets are definitely going to be in the play-in tournament, and now we have to look at the competition they would have. So currently in the play-in tournament, we got the Miami Heat, the Charlotte Hornets obviously, the Indiana Pacers, and the Washington Wizards. Now, the thing with this format is the best team doesn't always necessarily win, because it's only a 2-game series max. Or I should say, you only have to win 2 games if you're the 9th or 10th seed to make it to the playoffs. But that being said, I will say the Washington Wizards and probably the Indiana Pacers are the 2 weaker teams out of the 4. The Indiana Pacers were looking really good at the beginning of the season, but recently they completely fell off for whatever reason, and they're not looking as strong as they were before. So for that reason, I would say they're not as strong of a team as the Charlotte Hornets are. But I will say the Miami Heat, out of those 4 teams, are by far the strongest team. So let's say for the sake of argument that the Miami Heat win the 7-8 play-in game with the Hornets if this were to be the final standings. So now the teams that we have left are the Charlotte Hornets, the Washington Wizards, and the Indiana Pacers. And just for the sake of argument, it would be the Indiana Pacers versus the Washington Wizards in the 9-10 play-in game. And in that game, I would honestly think the Washington Wizards would win that game just due to the fact that the Indiana Pacers are definitely regressing as time goes on and not playing nearly as well as they were. And the Washington Wizards are currently 9-1 in their last 10 games on a 7-game winning streak, so they're absolutely on fire recently. So now you would have the Charlotte Hornets and the Washington Wizards. Now let's take a deeper dive into both of those teams. Now obviously when you look at the Charlotte Hornets, they're getting Lamelo Ball back, which in my opinion is absolutely humongous. As I said in previous videos, Lamelo Ball is such a great player and so talented, and he's definitely going to be a superstar for years going forward. When you look at Lamelo Ball, obviously he can score pretty well. He doesn't necessarily have the best 3-point percentage, but when you look at him play, you definitely notice that he definitely can shoot the 3 ball and could shoot it pretty consistently when he's hot. And he also has above average handles where he can use that to get to the basket along with his athleticism, which makes it pretty easy. As well, on top of that, he has really good finishing ability with very crafty moves around the basket. So he can get to the basket with his handles and athleticism, and he can finish well above average average at the rim with his above average finishing ability. But my favorite thing about LaMelo Ball, and arguably his best trait, is his basketball IQ and playmaking ability. When you watch LaMelo Ball, that just screams out at you. He obviously, as I said before in the video, he chucks the ball down the court to wide open guys to get easy shots for them, which is obviously great. And he's so unselfish, never holding onto the ball, always kicking it out quick and early and finding the open man in the pick and roll as well. He's just such a smart basketball player, as well as he has the incredible ability to pass the ball and see plays before they happen, similar to guys like LeBron James and great passers like that. Although the Washington Wizards have Russell Westbrook, who puts up a triple-double every night, that's an average night for him, but even so, he's definitely been playing extremely well lately, and also Bradley Beal, who's always been a bucket. We all know that. I still think that the fact that LaMelo Ball is coming back for the Charlotte Hornets would really take them over the hump and be the reason why they would potentially beat the Washington Wizards in the play-in game. I just think the fact that LaMelo Ball is coming back is such great news for the Charlotte Hornets, obviously, but just due to the fact that they're in the play-in game and that's a new format and they really need to win that to get into the playoffs, I really think LaMelo Ball coming back now is in perfect time and would potentially take them over the hump and get them into the playoffs. But anyways, let me know what you guys think in the comments. Do you think that LaMelo Ball is enough to get the Charlotte Hornets over the hump and into the playoffs? Or do you think LaMelo Ball is not as good as I think he is and they won't make the playoffs, the Charlotte Hornets? But anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and if you did enjoy, please leave a like and subscribe. It really helps me out a lot. Until the next time, peace out, guys.